Welcome to episode 775 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, September 20th, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We've got Mark, Wes, and I'm Will. Pat is off today. He is dealing with the baby. The baby needs to be dealt with. So
that's right.
You got the three of us today, this morning.
The three-man babies.
Mm-hmm. 3 men and a baby. Today we're talking D.C., what happened in D.C. over the weekend, because Joe Biden needs to find out. He needs to know when he gets back from vacation. Football, Petito update, Petito and Laundrie, and then tons of international stories. Mark, where you end up taking us? I know there was a lot of options.
It's a four-bagger. We're going to a couple different continents. We're going to touch them all. Touch all the bases, baby.
Wow. Almost every continent with people on it.
A lot of people made mistakes internationally this weekend. You know?
What are there, 7 continents? 9 continents?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was looking at the facts earlier. I think each continent has its own tectonic plate. I think that's how it goes.
So?
I think.
I always know that. I know that Oceania has always had a problem, whether it's like, Australia is a country or a continent.
They got their own, though. I did see that. They have their own.
Yeah.
They have their own tectonic plate.
Yeah.
I can't confirm if that's really legit, but we'll talk about some more fun facts with the Earth.
It's not a geography show.
Thank God.
But we are actually talking maps because we're going to. Okay, anyway, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Don't forget, follow at Hard Factor News on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Also, follow and subscribe and download wherever podcasts are free, and go to patreon.com/hardfactor for bonus shows on top of the daily news pod if you're so inclined. Lots of bonus pods built up in there over the 9 months we've been doing it so far. So get in there if you want it. All right. Anything else, boys?
No, I'm excited to do the news.
Let's do the news. Cup of coffee in the big times up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, and trending news. But first, a fun fact. And I was saying the Earth, I was looking at Earth facts earlier. The Earth is 32% iron, 30% oxygen, 15% silicon, and 14% magnesium. So, iron, that's a lot of iron, but it's because the core is mostly all iron. That's where all the iron's at. Yeah. The crust, if you were to just examine where we live, it's 47% oxygen. Mostly oxygen.
I mean, every chick should have fake boobs with those stats. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying. I was gonna say it depends on where you are, because when you're at a UFC event, it's about 60% silicone.
That's a good point.
Hey,
it's a good point.
Come on,
it's a good point. And with all those trace metals, it's no wonder that TB12 loves his trace minerals in his water, because it's like that's all the world is. You're like breathing the oxygen, and then there's lots of like little metals and stuff that you know. So, that's the globe. That's the Earth for you.
My landlord sent his buddy over to add an extra deadbolt, I guess, in the front and back door. I guess the neighborhood's getting a little rough, so I got an additional deadbolts. And he came over on
comforting.
He came over on Friday and was drilling.
He wants to protect his investment, so he's adding extra locks to your house.
That's right, to the house. Yeah. So he came over and he was drilling, into the brass. They're like, brass locks or whatever. And at one point, he started making a pretty aggressive cough that you could tell that years of little metallic dust had been developing in his lungs from changing thousands of doors.
Didn't that guy blow up your bathroom right after?
He did. He took a shit. He
metallic
came in,
coughing all over the place.
Came in and took a 20-minute shit pretty much immediately.
When he get there in the morning, is like after his coffee.
Right after his coffee.
Yeah.
Good thing I cleaned the bathroom, because I had a feeling he was going to use it, and he did.
That's terrible. You thought he was going to shit in your house, and he did. That's a terrifying visit.
Yeah. It was an aggressive trip.
Oh, wow. It speaks to the level of handyman that your landlord uses.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
he's going to blow up the bathroom.
Yeah. You don't want a handyman that's like concerned about blowing up a bathroom or not. You want the handyman to feel like he's at home.
That's
when
right.
Yeah.
You know he's going to do a good job. He knows his way around some tools.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that gives off.
Yeah, you take a big shit in someone's house. You're
handy.
You're probably handy. Yeah,
You're more confident about his work.
that's right. Exactly.
There's definitely a correlation.
I'm questioning it right away. That's
It's like a
very
fat
unprofessional.
chef.
Yeah, you know he's gonna be good.
This plumber blew up the bathroom. I knew he was going to be incredible.
I'm like, yes, this is gonna be great.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah. Anything else funny happened over the weekend?
No.
All right.
All my sports teams lost.
Yeah, gambling. We'll talk about football. Yeah, not good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, holidays for September 20th are National Fried Rice Day, delicious. National Gibberish Day, National Pepperoni Pizza Day, also delicious. National Punch Day, National Rum Punch Day, nice. National String Cheese Day, and Respect the Aged Day.
Ah.
I'm going to break that rule later.
Yeah, you're gonna go right after Biden, so you're gonna.
Yeah,
you're
well, I
gonna
mean,
break that rule.
we'll talk about it.
It's a Monday.
We'll talk about it. Somebody was in Rehoboth Beach again, so he needs to know what happened. Today, September 20th, in history, in 1519, Ferdinand Magellan departed Spain to make it all the way around the globe, circumnavigate the globe. He died on the trip, but some of the ships still made it, so he was technically
He got
the first
credit.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got credited.
That's lucky.
Well, it turns
you
out-
die on the trip, and someone else, but you get credit.
He got mutinied, Mark, and it turns out the only literate guy who survived was loyal to him. So history shined fondly upon him. Everybody else was shit talking him when they got back.
That is fortunate. Yeah.
Very fortunate for Ferdinand Magellan. So posthumously fonder memories than the people in Portugal and Spain had for him at the time. 1792, September 20th, France started the first republic to reform the country after the monarchy was overthrown in the French Revolution. That's a government that served for like 3 years, just reforming the country. So pretty cool. Also,
It was just-
later,
The government that was just sweeping heads off the roads. 'Cause of all the
basically,
beheadings.
Also,
Yeah.
didn't George Lucas call that? Isn't that like a Star Wars, the First Republic, or is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got to be so. Okay, 1870.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Something like that. 1870, September 20th, Rome was incorporated into Italy, and the papacy's kingdom was reduced to just Vatican City. Before that, they ruled the entire city of Rome within Italy. So
They probably weren't too happy about that.
no, but they got their little city of no questions asked, and
Right, yeah,
you have
they got a good
complete
deal.
control. Yeah, they're in the end, they were all right.
It's just the when you get into Vatican City, it's like the three monkeys, like see no evil, hear no evil. Like that's like their slogan. Like how everyone's got their own slogan.
I mean, they could just do whatever they wanted to you in there, technically.
Virginia's for lovers. Vatican City's for keeping it quiet. It's like Vegas there.
Yeah,
for
it is.
total church rule.
Yeah.
Judge, jury, executioner. 1886, the city of Johannesburg, South Africa, was founded. I guess by the Boers. I don't know. I didn't really look into it. And
The whites. Yeah.
By who?
The
Yeah,
whites.
The whites. Yeah. Yep. In 1946, the first ever Cannes Film Festival was hosted in France on September 20th. So that's gone on to become a very classy event. In 1998, Cal Ripken Jr. ended his Ironman streak at 2,632 consecutive games played, I believe. I have 1,632. I think it's 2,600. If you
Yeah.
guys could fact check that.
I can check that.
And then 2011, September 20th, the U.S. ended the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" policy. So big day. And then 2017, Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico on September 20th. So huge day in history.
2632, 2,632 games.
That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of people that like to smell their own farts, like the Cannes Film Festival, I think the Emmys were Sunday night or yesterday.
Yep. Moving on to honorable mentions. Mark's correct. The Emmys, I had the same note. I think they happened Sunday night.
Yeah. I mean, Emmys are trash. Come on. That's like TV awards. No thanks.
Yeah. Probably happening while we're taping. Wes,
Yeah.
do you have any notes on the Emmys? Did you know who was favored? Who's taking it?
No fucking idea. I don't know. By the way, Ted Lasso. You got. I think they're up for some Emmys, right?
Yeah, probably like 15.
Yeah. That. Did you guys watch that fucking one of the late? It's not the. I think it's the most recent episode.
Coach Beard?
The Beard episode.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay, spoilers.
You like that?
Spoilers.
Oh, I thought it was just.
I like the Beard episode.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it
saw a
was.
lot of people bitching about it.
There's
no spoilers.
It felt like a jump the shark kind of episode to me.
Oh.
Wow.
You
Well,
think you think they're getting a little too silly?
They got a little too silly.
Yeah.
watch it.
They got a little too silly for me.
Got a little
Watch
too
it.
silly for you?
Yeah.
Watch it and call in with a voicemail 512-270-1480 to tell Wes what you thought about it, or me and Mark if you agree with Wes and you thought it sucked balls. So there was a lot of people who agreed with you, Wes. I saw that. Very polarizing episode.
I liked it.
I
tell you, I don't think this season's as strong as last season. There
No,
are some,
season 1 was
yeah.
way better. I mean,
There's
it's like
some
Guardians of
episodes-
the Galaxy 1 versus
Yeah.
2.
Exactly. There's some
One's
episodes
nearly
that have been
perfect.
weak. I'd say there's been like 3 strong episodes of the 9 this season. And I think that the Beard one was one of the 3.
I'm
that I
not.
liked.
I'm not clamoring to watch the episodes this season like I was season 1.
Right.
Like after I figured it out. Like I'm not clamoring like, oh, is it Friday? Like I can go 2 weeks and be like, I'll catch up on it now.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's a similar drop off. I feel like Stranger Things 1 2.
Yeah.
Because like the first season is like so near perfect. That
What a good season. Stranger Things 1. Ted
Yeah,
Lasso
oh,
1. Good point.
Also, like True Detective on HBO is probably similar, right? Like the first one with Harrelson and
Yeah, but they
McConaughey.
at least have an advantage where they don't have to have any continuation whatsoever, and they still kind of
right,
fucked it
and they
up.
start with
Yeah.
new actors and all
Yeah.
that shit.
But recommend it. I don't know if you guys are watching this. The 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu. Great. I think the season finale is coming up. And then Mark, I finally watched that Little Fires Everywhere that you were talking about. That series is great too.
Yeah, I think that was like the same people that they do the same show, right? I think the showrunners are the same.
I don't know if they, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I could see that, but you know,
Is
it
Nine
was-
Perfect Strangers the one where they go to like the resort?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
like a rehab kind of
yeah.
deal. Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Interesting.
Very good, very good.
Nice. And I've been continuing to watch The Wire for the first time, which I'm loving.
What a
but
treat.
We're actually going to get more into that when we talk about number 3, which is President Biden's weekend in Rehoboth Beach. As you fellas know, President Biden likes to go to his beach house in Delaware on the weekend.
Big Delaware guy. Yeah.
Huge Delaware guy, likes to get out there, likes to ride the bike with Jill. And this last trip to Delaware over this last weekend.
Can't wait to get out to Delaware again.
Can't wait.
Whoa.
Well, Wes, this last weekend was at least his 20th trip to his home state in his first 8 months in office. I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but we'll keep it 20 to be
About an hour
conservative.
drive, right?
It's pretty close. It's pretty
it's
close.
close.
But this last weekend, it was for good reason that President Biden wanted to get out of D.C. Because his world imploded on Friday as he took off for the beach. And I'm sure he was preferring bike rides to dealing with all of these problems. Namely, let's talk about them. Axios reported last Friday what Hard Factor already predicted last week when it came to light that Biden couldn't convince Senator/President Manchin to support the $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation package. So you heard it here first. We said tall order, then lo and behold, didn't happen. Back to the drawing board for Nancy and Joe on that $3.5 trillion reconciliation package. That's 2 blocks now for people keeping stats for Senator/President Manchin, both on 100% partisan bills, the voting bill and the budget reconciliation. So Manchin standing in the way. The next problem for President Biden, France recalled their ambassadors to the USA and Australia on Friday following the announcement of the AUKUS defense deal. Turns out Australia had to cancel a $90 billion submarine deal with France, who they had already agreed to build the subs for.
You don't say.
Yeah, you don't say. And then Biden cut them out of this AUKUS deal just like he cut Canada out. Whoops, maybe should have checked with France first.
Sacre bleu. They're pretty pissed off. We are so angry. Ooh.
Very upset, very upset. Perhaps French President Emmanuel Macron isn't so happy with Joe anymore after he exclaimed America is back, because now he's withdrawing his ambassador.
But Macron loves people Joe's age. Literally.
He does. He loves the elderly, but he gets upset when they forget things, like including him on a deal that cost him $90 billion. On top of that, you'd think I was done, but no. The Pentagon confirmed the drone strike in Kabul on August 29th killed 10 civilians. including 7 children. Biden's favorite general, Mark Milley, had previously reported that the quote-unquote righteous strike had killed at least one ISIS-K facilitator. But nobody is expected to be disciplined, even though it was just a family.
Yeah. So I'm hearing that this information, I don't know if it's true, that we're getting information, at least that particular piece of information was from Taliban sources about where this ISIS-K, person was located. So are we trusting Taliban sources now on where
Whatever they're doing, it's not
like,
working, Wes.
yeah,
That's obvious,
yeah.
right? When you drone strike
I heard
a family.
that one of the guys like helped us too. The one of the.
It was like, they were like running water to people who needed it.
Yeah, it was an
like,
aid worker.
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah, it was like
humanitarian situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely horrible, disgusting. Nobody to be expected to be disciplined. More bad news: the FDA rejected approval of COVID-19 booster shots in all people 16 and older. I think on Friday, which Biden had been touting as the next step in the fight against COVID, but it's only approved for elderly and high risk. So, not the next step
for now. Yeah.
You guys gonna get a booster shot if they come out and say you need a booster shot?
Of
Well, it's
course.
not. The FDA just rejected the approval.
I know, but are you if they approve
If they
one?
approve it at some point, sure.
Absolutely.
But until then, it looks like you're waiting for more evidence. You'd think I'd be done, but no.
Wish you were.
No, sure aren't. Secretary of State Anthony A. Blinken deleted a tweet saying the U.S. would stand with the people of Hong Kong and their human rights. Then he tweeted something much softer to replace it late last week on Thursday. Blinken's office claims it was all a mistake and that they're not scared of China at all. They just, that just happened to happen on Twitter. And somehow, guys, I don't know how, it gets worse than your Secretary of State scrambling to appease China on social media. The mass of 8,000 mostly Haitian illegal immigrants huddled under the bridge in Del Rio, Texas, trying to get into the United States that we talked about on Friday, grew to 14,000 people over the weekend. And now President Biden is having to fly them back to Haiti.
Jeez, that's expensive.
Yes, very expensive. In order to take control of the situation at the border,
Not if it's Spirit.
Right. No, it's going to be U.S. plane. It's going to be military, probably whatever. I don't know how he's
Spirit
going to do it.
Frontier.
Do they have a Del Rio to Haiti to
No.
Port-au-Prince leg?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
don't think
he's
so.
getting these flights to fly him back to Haiti in order to take control of the situation at the border. It's seen record-breaking illegal migration since Biden ran on a campaign of opening up the southern border. Now he's got to fly him home on the taxpayers' dime. Incredibly, not done. Some more bad news. The Justice for January 6th rally that was supposed to be in D.C. this weekend turned out, it was, but it turned out to be mostly fabricated by the media and the FBI. We know that now because the only people who showed up to the rally in D.C. were journalists and undercover FBI agents who got their photos taken by the journalists in this very viral OnlyFeds meme right here. You see, it's just these 5 guys clearly wearing handguns inside their shorts, their chubby shorts, all wearing Oakleys. So that was what was supposed to be the most like crazy, protest rally. It was gonna threaten the Capitol again. Yeah, turns out that was complete bullshit.
It's good that didn't happen, though, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good, but it's more proof that we can probably just put the January 6th thing in the rearview mirror, which Biden doesn't want to do at all at this point.
We're going to lose the zero bias thing if these continue to go on for this long.
Well, Mark,
Is Biden doing anything good?
Yeah.
Luckily,
Did we do 20 minutes every day on Trump?
finally,
I don't think we did.
we did a lot. And finally, Mark, worst of all for Aviator Joe. Lucky for you, it's over. But worst of all for Aviator Joe, I'm off the Aviator sunglasses and on to these Matrix ones for the time being.
Those do look good.
Yeah, they look great. There was the voicemail on Friday. Plus, like I said, I've been watching The Wire. These are the same shades that Avon Barksdale wore. And you add Neo on top of that. Probably because it was filmed right after The Matrix, he was wearing those. But
Well, right.
yeah, so
But still, Avon Barksdale.
yeah, he was a good
top
drug
drug dealer, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like the Neo of drug dealing.
Yeah. So worst of all for Biden, I'm off the Aviators for now. He's de-swagging them. these days. So
Okay.
he gets that approval back over 50%. To talk
blow.
about it. But that is the Rehoboth Beach recap. Hopefully, President Biden listens so he knows what happened in D.C. while he was away on vacation. And number 2, football. Are you ready for some football?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, number 2. Amazing weekend of football games. College is up first to talk about today. Alabama and Florida was closer than most people thought it would be at 31-29. Alabama winning, keeping that number 1, but Florida looked great.
Yeah, it looks like Alabama was up, 21-3, like immediately. It was like,
Right away,
Alabama's going to beat the shit out of everyone again this year. And then Florida played a pretty good game. Yeah, 31-29, I think, was the final score.
Did they use 2 quarterbacks, Florida?
I mean, they used the main. I don't know.
I couldn't tell. I didn't watch the whole game, but yeah.
They just played really, really good.
Good game. Great second half from Florida. Oklahoma at number 3, Clemson at number 6, and Cincinnati at number 8. All barely won as top 10s. Penn State beat Auburn in the whiteout game Saturday night, 28-20, and it was incredible television. You guys watch that one? The
No.
stands, whiteout, fantastic. And as I said on Friday's show, you might want to check out that Fresno State versus UCLA game. Would be one to watch. It was Fresno State Bulldogs upset the number 13 UCLA Bruins 40-37. So big news.
Number 15, Virginia Tech also lost in a
I was gonna say
heartbreaker.
sorry about that.
Heartbreaker.
West
Refs-
Virginia. Almost.
Refs didn't want to give us. I knew we were gonna. I had a feeling we were gonna lose. We were favored to lose, even though they were
You called it.
ranked. But the refs didn't want to give us a clear touchdown at the end of the first half, which I don't know might have influenced the game since they lost by less than a touchdown. But it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry, Mark.
They made a
Sometimes
pretty
you
good
don't-
comeback though. Then weren't they down pretty big? And
They
then
did, and then they had a chance to win it, but they got stuffed. Could have been going for a field goal too to send it to overtime had they made the chip shot that when they took away the touchdown they missed like a 26-yard field goal. So, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Leeds lost or tied and lost our bets again, and
That's how the cookies crumble.
Eagles
Yeah.
lost. And
Surely they're going to win next time.
No, I've lost all the gambling money on Leeds. Lots of other good games in college football. If you are the type who watches replays or highlights, Louisville UCF was great. SMU Louisiana Tech was great. Memphis Mississippi State, great game. Oklahoma State Boise State was good, and then USC has a new quarterback named Jackson Dart, and this is his photo, fellas.
hilarious.
Jackson
You gotta
Dart,
be kidding me.
at the University of Southern California.
He looks like he should be playing video games.
Yeah.
The most USC quarterback of all time.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's awesome. He came in and crushed Washington State.
Put his pick up again. He doesn't have very. Look at that. Look at how small his shoulders
He's doing
are.
like
Holy
a peace
moly.
sign. He was in high school at the time this picture was taken.
He's incredibly accurate. Is what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he led him to a gigantic victory.
Trump wouldn't like him. His shoulders are too small.
Yeah. No, that guy needs the extra small shoulder pads.
Yeah, but he's throwing the ball well. And in the NFL, the football team did indeed celebrate a Heineke comeback on Thursday night, as we were talking about on Friday's pod. Heineken season is upon us for the Washington football team fans.
That game was actually excellent. Apologies, assuming
great.
it wouldn't be. It was a good game.
It was a good game. Heineke was always so much clearly better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know what the hype was about Okay, but anyways,
The beard.
I'm sorry.
beard.
I'm sorry Fitzpatrick got hurt, but I was like, I tweeted it right away, like it was Heineke. You always knew he was better than Fitzpatrick. The Broncos in the NFL are quietly 2-0, and the Panthers brought Jameis Winston and the Saints back down to earth, also going to 2-0.
They're 2-0.
Yeah, the Raiders, 49ers, Rams, Bucks, and Cardinals also stayed unbeaten. So those are the best teams in the NFL as of now while we're taping.
Carson Wentz got injured again.
He did?
Yeah. Ankle injury might be out for multiple weeks.
Oh, no. I saw it was close. Did he almost bring him back, or did the backup almost bring him back?
He's been hurt 4 times since he's been a Colt. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who did it because he's going to get hurt again.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
Do you like seeing those tickers come up for another team?
I like I don't want Carson Wentz to get hurt. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't think he broke his ankle, but I love watching Carson Wentz fail in Indianapolis. It's one of my favorite things right now. I hope he gets back and he gets healthy and he gets a ton of playing time. Because also, I think the Eagles get a first-round pick if he plays like 14 games this year or something like that. So he needs to get back on the field and start losing games.
That's amazing. I feel you there. I like watching Cousins struggle for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, which he did again. He should have won the game, and then the Cardinals came back and won it. The Jets, speaking of struggling quarterbacks, the Jets, Zach Wilson threw 4 picks against the Patriots, and the Jets
In
fans
the first
had
half.
Yeah, classic meltdown. That was all in the first half?
Yeah.
Oh, man. The Jets meltdown online was, is always hilarious to watch. The Bills, Cowboys, Browns, Bears, and Titans all had big bounce-back wins. And the Ravens and Chiefs are hopefully scoring over 53.5 points as we tape right now. So,
Go Chiefs.
That's the NFL. And number one today, the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop!
It's going to be a Gabby Petito / Brian Laundrie update that Wes is going to bring to you in just a second. But first, a word from our new and incredible sponsor, Laithwaite's wine subscription. Laithwaite sent us the introductory box that we're offering on this deal, and it was absolutely amazing. The value is out of this world. A Laithwaite's wine subscription is an easy way to bring exciting new wines right to your doorstep. Unbox a world of wine with easy access to different and unexpected winemakers from all over the globe. For over 50 years, Laithwaite's has been delivering wine the right way from people who love making it to people who love drinking it. It's a family business. We met with them last week. They're awesome people. A really cool story and seriously good wine buyers who find delicious and unique wines like the Bee's Knees, a zingy, thrilling South African white wine from Journey's End, a small family-run estate. It's perfect for people tired of drinking the same old. Fans of New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc will love the ripe tangerine, apricot, pear, pineapple, and subtle spice. But the Bee's Knees is just the start because Laithwaite's tastes over 40,000 wines a year but only buys 600 to make the cut to send to you. So you enjoy the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop!
100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love a wine for any reason, let Laithwaite's know and you'll receive a refund. Members save on every subscription case they choose to take. Each box includes tasting notes, food pairing tips, and serving inspiration. Really, it's amazing. When it arrives at your door, you're going to be knocked out. If you're getting it as a gift for somebody, they're going to be knocked out.
It's exhilarating getting a box full of wine delivered to you.
Oh, yeah. Mark, I think you said it best. You said it was like Christmas morning. It was incredible. Open that thing up. Subscriptions
What did I do to deserve this is what I was thinking.
You ordered from Laithwaite's.
Yeah.
There's no commitment to continue, and you can cancel online anytime. Now, get 6 amazing bottles of wine plus 2 bonus bottles and 2 stemless wine glasses for $49.99 plus tax with free delivery. Just text HARD. Now, that's a deal right there. Just text HARD.
Yeah.
HARD to 64,000. Go ahead, Mark. What are you going to say?
All these bottles, that's 8 bottles for $49.99. All these bottles are like $15 to $25 range, like retail.
The 6 bottles.
It's
plus
like
the 2 bonus
75% off. I don't know like how it works out, but it's just like it's an incredible deal.
All delicious. Just like the Bee's Knees, they have other labels in there that are just as delicious. Like I said, just text HARD to 64,000 to get the deal. To get this special offer, text HARD to 64,000. That's HARD to 64,000. Terms apply. Available at laithwaites.com/terms.
They those bottles, they sent me one too. Obviously, I'm not going to drink it, but I'm going to give it away to like people like
amazing
as gifts.
Amazing
gift.
gifts.
And like they're wines that I've never seen. Like you can't get in like your local store, so it's going to be very impressive when you show up and you're like, you've never seen this bottle. Here, here's have it.
You can't even get them at Total Wine.
Like,
you can't even get them at like the big
Right.
stores.
And
you
they're
get them at
good, too.
Laithwaite's.
Yeah, they taste them, and they find you stuff that you won't be able to find somewhere else. A really good deal.
Yeah, very good deal. All right, guys, we got to get into it. Have some sad news as this absolutely insane and tragic case of Gabby Petito continues. FBI agents are reporting that a body they have found at the Grand Teton National Forest is very likely Gabby Petito. Here's the map there, Wyoming. That's
so they found her body where he killed her, huh?
Yeah, they haven't 100% confirmed that, but it's her. it's safe to say that it's her. There's it was in a remote area. They've got the tent set up. There's some horses. They found the body. So
the FBI said that it matches like
her
description very, very much so with a lot of factors. So if they didn't find Gabby Petito, they found another 20-year-old blonde woman dead.
They've pretty much called off the search for Gabby. Is basically what I'm hearing. Right. So. So the worst case scenario is happening, and in the next few days after an autopsy, we will learn exactly how she died. Meanwhile, the suspected murderer, Brian Laundrie, is still on the run. Police suspect he is in the 25,000-acre Carlton Reserve in Venice, Florida, after discovering an abandoned Mustang there. Apparently, it wasn't even his car. I'm going to get to the Mustang a little bit more.
And he kill someone else to get the car?
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe his parents' car. Who knows?
I mean, what's up with that other couple, right? Like out in Utah, like they're aren't they like suspecting?
It's not connected. No, it's not
connected.
They've confirmed that they're not connected. Oh. So. Law enforcement think he is a high risk of offing himself rather than being caught alive and thrown in jail forever. By the way, I was looking at the news. This reserve is apparently under a lot of water now from storms and stuff, apparently. So it makes it hard for the dogs that they now have in the case to track this piece of shit to get a scent. They went back to his house into the Mustang, I guess, and I believe they took some clothes from his house to get the dogs to help find this scent. But it's very difficult because it's as you can see there's some people searching for him. They got one of those like gators out there, the all-terrain vehicles with dogs, and it's just like there's tons of water, so he can easily mask his scent. And as you can see by the map, I mean, he's got a lot of fucking room to roam. 25,000 acres, like 80 miles of fucking hiking trails. So let's talk about something for a second. So we were talking about this. They were talking about this in the news. These fucking parents of Brian Laundrie, right? I mean, I'll just say it. They're absolutely huge pieces of shit. And they are already talking about speculation that they, too, could be charged for obstruction or some other charge.
Well, they'll definitely be charged with aiding and abetting a criminal, right? Because
aiding and abetting is when there is. I looked it up. It's like when they
stop the cops from like searching for him. They
weren't like involved in the crime. So I think aiding and abetting is out of the question. Like if they were like to drive him or the example they use is like if you draw up a map of a bank and give it to someone knowing that they are going to rob the bank, that's aiding. And then abetting is like
you have to help with the plan.
But obstructing is the fact that the police told them many times like we need to talk to your son.
Yes.
At our earliest convenience, and then when he left and they knew he was gone for multiple days, they didn't tell the police. That's
Aren't
obstruction.
you still aiding him in his evasion of the police?
If they gave him like the car and like gave him the plan, but if he just left on his own and they didn't mention it, I think it's probably obstruction.
It still should be a pretty serious charge.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
They're helping cover up a murder investigation or trying to interfere with a murder investigation.
Right. I mean, so Gabby and this guy Brian were living with the parents in Northport, Florida. He shows up September 1st. They don't say shit for 10 days. It's her parents that have to report her missing on September 11th. They know what fucking happened. He shows up the van. They're like, "Where's Gabby?"
What are they doing? Just eating Cheerios and being like, "So you killed her?"
No, he lawyered up. He probably called him on the way home. Was like, "I need a lawyer."
Like, what are the parents and him talking about that whole week?
Dude, about how they're going to fucking plan his escape.
Yeah.
I mean, they clearly helped him escape. Whether they gave him money during that time, or planned with him. I mean, who knows? So, 10 days go by, and then, this last week, Tuesday, he goes, "Oh, I'm going to go on a hike in this reserve, clear my mind." I don't know why the cops weren't tailing him like a fucking, like on his ass, like fucking hawk, but they weren't. And he was able to go to the reserve. And this guy in Florida, this local guy, his name is Brian Enton. And he posted some stuff on Twitter where he said, "This is a video from Tuesday night. No Mustang. We left for the night shortly after this." And then this is a video from Wednesday. The Mustang is back in the driveway. So it looks like the parents went and got the Mustang where they knew it was going to be, brought it back to the house, and didn't report this piece of shit missing until Friday. That is suspicious as fuck. That makes them look really bad. That makes it look like they're helping his ass. It's fucked, right? So, what can you say? I mean, listen, there's no love like that for your child, right? There's no love in the world like that you have for your child. I'm not saying I wouldn't maybe not do the same exact thing, but I would know that I had some consequences coming to my ass.
A lot of people would go to jail for their children, and
Yes.
looks like these are two of those type of people.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're going to go to jail
Yeah.
for the
They
kid.
absolutely will. But it still doesn't make them right. It still makes them kind of pieces of shit. But it's fucked. So,
Well, they care more about the freedom they think that they could potentially get him than the fact that he killed a girl.
exactly.
Like,
They don't care about her family or her, I mean, and obviously they knew that she was dead. That's why they weren't helping a lot to begin with. They knew that like they weren't going to find her alive. You know what I mean? Because he fucking told them probably as soon as they got home. Yeah, she's dead. Whatever happened.
What do you think the play in court's going to be, assuming that this guy doesn't off himself before they get to court? Do you think it's going to be that it was an accidental and then he fled because he was worried about it?
No, because Will, in my mind, the way he handled it makes him look 10,000 times more guilty. It really tells
extremely guilty.
It really tells you kind of what kind of person he is. The way that he was hitchhiking, the way he abandoned the van, the way he told this TikToker that picked him up hitchhiking that he was by himself at the Snake River camping on a tarp. He was trying to cover up this crime, right?
For sure. But
So-
I think that the autopsy is going to be pretty important, right? Like
Yes.
what the autopsy says is going to be pretty important. If it's declared like wrongful death, then he's going to get murder.
She's got choke marks around her
right.
neck.
If it's
versus
declared,
like a,
if it's declared she could have fallen, or it's like inconclusive, then he can start doing
I'm
that
sure
shady
he.
shit.
I bet he.
Yeah.
I bet he messed with the body afterwards. I mean, like,
he probably he drug her somewhere and buried her.
I think 100%. It sounds like he did something to the body.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's what kind of makes it like if it were an accidental death and he went to the police right away and like, oops, shit, we got in an argument. I pushed her. She hit her head on a rock, whatever. It's a little, I mean, it's still fucked, but it's a little different. And then him going through all these processes of covering it up, going home.
Yeah, I tried to run the scenarios through my head, like giving him some sort of benefit of doubt, like innocent until proven guilty. But the only thing I could think of is like what Will said, like if she accidentally died and then he tampered with the body, moving a body is like you go to jail for that. So if he talked to the lawyer and he's like, you moved the body, that's 10 years type thing. And then that's the only thing I could possibly think of is if it was somewhat of an accident and then he moved the body and then his lawyer's like, you're fucked. And then that's why he's been doing all this stuff. Otherwise it's that's like the floor for like the ceiling is he murdered the shit out of her. Right. But like the floor is like he tampered with the body and knew about the body.
He definitely tampered with the body. He abandoned the van. He hitchhiked maybe to cover up his tracks. He freaked out when they said they were going to Jackson
assuming
Hole.
he makes it to trial, it's going to make the trial a lot more interesting because there are all these unknowns.
Yep.
Potentially.
Yeah. So, we'll find out. I mean, there could be like strangulation marks on her body. She died. Who knows? The timeline doesn't really mean anything anymore. Right now, it's all about finding this piece of shit alive. Hopefully giving, Gabby's family some kind of closure with an explanation, the truth about what happened, seeing this guy go away forever, maybe some punishment to his parents. I don't know. But
Are there giant snakes in this park? What if he got eaten? What if he gets eaten by a
Pythons.
snake?
He could get a python, gator. I don't know what's out there, but I mean, do you guys think he's going to be found alive? Do you think his parents gave him resources to disappear for a while? Maybe some cash. I don't know.
I mean, if they planned it out like really, really well, I guess he could potentially stay on the run in that park for quite a while if it's really hard to find his scent.
Why do we think he's in the park? Like they've been off
because
the
the
Mustang was abandoned there.
So they've been throwing off the scent the whole time. He could be in another country.
Right, it could have
certainly
been.
could be.
It could have been a false diversion, right?
Yeah.
To get people to think he's in the park. Yeah. So
And good luck finding him in the park.
right.
it's
I guess
huge.
the answer is as well as the family planned it. That's how long he'll stay on the lam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, they definitely gave him a fucking, head start, 72-hour head start by not reporting him missing when they knew that the cops didn't want
Well, they
that
planned
back.
it pretty good. I think, like at least off the bat, it seems like they've been putting a lot of work. And
He could be in Europe. It might be like an Interpol arrest in 5 years.
He could. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I hope for the family's sake we get.
He
we
really
get some
easily
closure.
could. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if did they block his like passport? Did they?
Well, not before they knew about it.
Yeah, he could have already been gone.
When was the last time he was for sure confirmed seen in the United States?
I know there was a report of a guy on like someone who said they saw him through the window whenever this all came out, but it could have been someone else. Who knows?
August 29th, I saw some woman and her like husband or boyfriend picked him up on August 29th, and he wasn't with Gabby. And
That was
they dropped him off. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So like definitely like the end of August is confirmed.
So that, or maybe when somebody saw him through the window at his house, but that's not confirmed.
That's
I don't know if
time ago.
Yeah, it's a
long time.
Also, I mean, you know how easy it is to get a fake passport in Florida? That's like you can get any corner in Florida has a fake passport.
Think about this. Like, everybody's like, no way he'll get out of the house without people seeing, and he obviously did.
Yeah,
So-
that's on the cops.
That's what I'm saying. They have no grasp on it whatsoever.
Yeah,
Right.
He's in he's in a 25,000 acre park, maybe because there was a car that maybe what are you talking about?
Well, that's what they're saying. Who knows?
No, I'm saying
yeah.
I don't think they. I'm not giving you shit. I'm giving the authorities shit.
Yeah, I mean he could be anywhere. Yeah. So whether or not he has the balls to off himself, like they think maybe he might do, or he's just going to be on the run for the rest of his life. Who knows? But right now it's unfortunate that Gabby was found.
Terrible. Hope they catch him.
Yeah, me too.
R.I.P. Gabby. Sad.
R.I.P.
Sad that they found her body.
Very, very sad. I was hoping it would turn out. It was kind of always going this way, but yeah, it turned out to be the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you updated. Obviously on this story, the more that we hear, right as of right now, they don't know where he is, and it's pretty much that's what it is. So
yeah, no one buy his parents a drink, in town.
No.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm sure they're staying home.
Yeah.
They've got to be considering fleeing the country as well.
Yeah. Could you imagine like Halloween, people like knocking on their door?
They're gonna move. Yeah.
They're gonna have to. Yeah.
Well, apparently also they have the tax records I looked up. They have like a 10,000 square foot property in that area, so I think they got some money.
They got some skeletons in the closets. What it sounds like in this family.
They certainly
Jesus.
do. Yeah. So we'll see. All right, guys. Well, there's a lot going on in the world, whether it's stuff you're excited about, like sweatshirt weather. Can't wait for that. Or stuff you'd rather not think
It's
about.
already here.
Yeah,
Depends on where you live.
Oh, God. It got hot here in Austin again.
Yeah, but Wes, if you see next week, I think we have our first day of 100 on
Wednesday.
paper. But at night times, it's going to be in the mid to low 50s, and night times coming up. Yeah,
That's nice. That's
Cold
good.
front coming through. Yeah, I've been living those 50s nights, and it's nice.
brisk.
Nice. I cannot wait. I'm ready. Or stuff you'd rather not think about, like how fat you are. You can always control the vibes out there. But you can't always control the vibes out there, but you can always control the vibes in your head with a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds in your ears. They sent us a pair. I've been using them for about a month now. Love them. They last forever. The charge lasts forever. They come in this little case. You
was
charge.
that like 3 charges in a month, probably?
Oh,
3, 4?
It's
maybe.
It's
like
the
once
battery.
a week.
The battery life is insane, which is really
Yeah.
what you want if it's the probably the most important thing besides the quality.
For sure.
They got like noise canceling technology in there, different modes of like listening. They're amazing. Whether you use them to pump up or wind down work or work out, Raycons are my go-to for the on-the-go audio. And the new everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with an improved rubber oil look. It's like a matte kind of. I mean, they just look great in your ears. And optimized gel tips for the perfect ear. They send you like 6 or I don't know how many 6 different pieces or 8 different pieces, so you can always find the
For
perfect
those
fit
with
for your
skinny
ear.
ear canals or thicker
right.
ear canals, they got them all.
Crazy how many options they have.
Yeah. I was mentioning they got like pure mode, balance mode, bass mode for like podcast versus rock, hip hop, whatever.
There's like 18 different size options for these things.
Yeah, they're amazing. There's also
Don't worry about your weird ears, listeners.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also an awareness mode. So if you want to listen to like what's going around you, but also get, the podcast or whatever you're listening to, you can like snoop a little bit. 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, built-in mic. So you can take calls on the go, just like, some more expensive earbuds, but they're half the price of the premium audio brands. And they sound just as good. And they come with a 45-day happiness guarantee. So right now, Hard Factor listeners can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/hardfactor. That's buyraycon.com/hardfactor to save 15%. Buyraycon.com/hardfactor. Seriously, if you're in the market for a good pair of Bluetooth earbuds for working out or whatever, these are a great fucking value. So check them out.
Hell yeah. Got one last piece of business. And if you're like us, You probably have some things in your internet search history you're not proud of, right? I know most of you are probably thinking, why don't you just use incognito mode, Mark? Well, let me tell you something. Incognito mode does not hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you've ever visited. That's scary. That's why even when I'm at home, I never go online without using ExpressVPN. It is true. But not with ExpressVPN, Wes.
ExpressVPN.
It doesn't matter who your internet service provider is. ISPs in the U.S. can legally sell your information to ad companies. ExpressVPN is the app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so your ISP can't see the sites you visit. ExpressVPN also keeps all of your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. Most of the time, I don't even realize I have ExpressVPN on. It runs seamlessly in the background and is so easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button and boom, you're protected. ExpressVPN is available on all of your devices, phones, computers, even your smart TV. So there's no excuse for you to not be using it. And you can protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by CNET. Visit our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/hardfactor, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's pretty good. Whole season. And that's expressvpn.com/hardfactor, expressvpn.com/hardfactor to learn more. Right?
Yeah.
So get yourself protected there.
So good. So good. You got to be safe online. ExpressVPN's gonna get you completely masked up.
Don't let them sell your data and see what you're doing. So lots of news happened over the weekend. Not all of it was domestic.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
I got a 4-bagger for you today, 4 wild stories. So I'm just going to show you. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to show you an image, and I'd like you to tell me what it is that you think you're looking at, or you know you're looking at. What is this? What is this?
It's an X-ray of something inside of a body. So I can.
It's a USB charger. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a multiple foot-long USB cord fully inserted into a 15-year-old UK boy's urethra. The whole fucking cord.
I thought it was just sitting on top of his stomach.
Yeah, no, he put that through his penis hole.
He
Inside
put
his body.
He
The
put
entire
the wide side through his penis too.
It got in there.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Like the wide USB side.
that's correct. Kid's got a wide hole.
It's a dick with some pliability. Yeah.
My God.
Kid's got a wide hole. The teen started to realize he was in big trouble when he had the majority of the cord in his penis, and then he knew he was really screwed when both ends of the USB were sticking out of his penis like a fucked up drawstring on sweatpants.
Okay.
Like once both ends were like out, like he was like, I can't get it out. Like someone have to go through with one of the thick ends again. So yeah, it was around this time that he began peeing blood, and what happened after that was the most difficult thing of all. He had to tell his mom, "Mom, I made a mistake."
Yeah.
Here's what it did. So off to the hospital they went, but that hospital was not equipped to deal with a 3-foot-long USB cord in a penis, and so the teen had to be transferred to University College Hospital, London, where they had to perform an emergency surgery on him and pull the USB out of an incision they made in his anus. So he shoved the USB cord in his penis, and they sawed it out of him by pulling it through his ass. That's a lesson learned, I imagine.
Holy, what a day!
Yeah. That's tough.
I mean,
It's a tough
is
day.
it? Yeah. I guess he already knew they couldn't pull it out the front, though.
Yeah, no, it had to come somewhere else unless they wanted to cut a line through the side of his entire penis and open it up. And
He knew he was in trouble.
yeah, like a hot dog. So the kid told doctors that he was trying to measure the length of his penis, which is why he put the cord in his penis. So he lied to the doctors.
Yes.
Yeah, he lied. Yeah.
So because he
What
did
was
it
he
for
doing?
sexual gratification. Is what he did. The kid's going to have a tough life though if he's making these type of decisions. So he's an idiot. You want to see a picture of the post-op removal of the cord?
I mean, yeah.
It's pretty graphic.
Sure.
It's pretty graphic. There's some pee hole and ass blood.
Lord
He had a bunch
almighty.
of it knotted up in there. Oh, it's
Yeah,
'cause-
that's why it got knotted up.
How long of a cord was that? It's like a 10-foot
Was
cord.
the wide
Yeah.
was the wide part in his urethra, or was that just sticking out in the X-ray? I
don't
can't believe
know.
that got in his penis.
Oh my goodness.
There it is. See the knot?
Holy
See that knot in his testicles? That's where
Oh my God, dude.
it got knotted up when he was pulling it. When he was pulling it, it got knotted up in his testicles.
Oh, come on.
All right.
How old
next
was he?
one.
13?
15. He's a moron. Too old to do that.
Too old.
He wasn't 3, you know?
You're right. Right.
Okay, next one. Let's head over to the Philippines. Let's head on over to the Philippines, where there's going to be a big presidential election in 2022, and Rodrigo Duterte cannot enter the race because constitutionally his term limits are up. A guy like Duterte doesn't go quietly into the night, though, so he's trying to find a loophole. That loophole is running for vice president. I guess he's allowed to do that, and if the president happens to die because Duterte kills him, he would become the president again. The faction that is going to run Duterte as VP offered the president role to Duterte's longtime aide, Senator Christopher Lawrence Bong Go. B-O-N-G is his nickname. Bong, last name Go. So pretty cool nickname, Bong. But he recently declined because he knew he would get murdered by Duterte if he accepted. You know, it was just a sham thing. Anyways, Duterte is going to be the president calling all the shots. So he was like, I'll pass. I'll stay as senator. No, thank you. In fact, leading the polls for President Duterte, or for the country, is Duterte's daughter, Sarah Duterte, who belongs to a different party than her father. But the president and vice president are elected separately, so it doesn't it's not a package deal. You can have one party president, completely different party vice president. So it's possible it could be Sarah Duterte and her dad as VP. She has not confirmed whether she's running or not. She said on September 9th that she maybe wasn't going to run, but there's a lot of speculation that she might, especially since she's winning in the polls big time.
Really?
Yeah. And here's a video, a quick video of her years ago punching a sheriff in the face repeatedly for ignoring her orders to demolish a shantytown. So here she is. She's ushering him over, and pump. There he is. She's punching the sheriff of the town in the face,
pummeling him. She's kind of a bigger woman.
She
is not like I thought she was going to look.
Yeah.
She's a tough woman. She's an avid fan of dirt bikes as well. So that's what they're looking at over there. Oh, wait, one person has confirmed they are running against the Dutertes and against corruption. In fact, they plan on knocking the competition out. Of course, I'm talking about the Hall of Fame boxer and current Philippine Senator, Manny Pacquiao. There he is.
Go.
Manny P is running for president.
I was going to ask you, are you sure she's going to beat Manny?
Well, she's ahead of him in the polls, but, Manny is coming out firing. He's saying that the government's corrupt, and he said, hey, I have proof, or I know that over $200 million USD, it was like $5 billion of their currency, went missing that was supposed to be for COVID aid, and it's all the corrupt government. They stole all the money. And so that's the claim that Pacquiao's saying about Duterte, and Duterte's claimed that he's cured the gayness from himself. If you remember, he said he was gay at one time, and then he cured it. So there's a lot of big claims going along in this presidential election. Shout out to our guy Eric, who helps us do all of our videos on social media. Maybe we can get some ground floor reporting on this very aggressive, very interesting Philippines election.
Oh, for sure. Eric sent the tip in. I mean, he's going to keep us up to date with the latest.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Manny P, Sarah Duterte trying to backdoor his way back to presidency.
I want to see Pacquiao as the president and Duterte as the VP, and them hating each other openly in press conferences. That would be awesome. Also, this made me think when Eric said it, I was thinking imagine if Trump was the VP today, if America still did second place gets VP, like they did when they first started. Imagine how hilarious that would be right now.
So he only did one term, but can you do that in the U.S. if you've served 2 presidencies? You can't run for vice president, can you?
Well, you don't run for vice president in the U.S. Well, you used to in the very beginning. They used to second place in the presidential race used to take the VP spot, but they changed that.
Maybe Pacquiao and Sarah Duterte could get in the ring. Here she is again.
That would be that's awesome. A good idea.
Sarah, she's got 50 pounds on Pacquiao. Maybe she should get in the ring with him. There you go.
Sarah, huh?
Pacquiao would fuck her up though.
Why don't we head over to Brazil and check in on a soccer star over there? How do you guys think a soccer star is doing in Brazil?
Probably amazing.
Yeah, pretty fucking good, right? It's going to be the answer 9 times out of 10, unless it's a defender that allowed an own goal in a big match, and he's probably murdered, in that case. But luckily for the subject of this story, it's one of those 9 times out of 10 because he's a striker. And what if I told you that his name is Hulk? The Incredible.
Yeah, the Hulk. The guy who, when he first came on for Brazil, everybody's like, what? That he just goes by Hulk?
Yes.
And then the announcers are like, yes, that's Hulk. He just goes by Hulk.
Hulk is doing great, guys. Hulk's doing fantastic. Here he is with his new wife. Let's get a picture of him up. Here he is with his new wife. Oh, yeah. And what's that? He's got some pictures of an ultrasound. And yep, Hulk, the Brazilian national team player, is announcing his fourth child. The first
Hulk. Yeah.
Couple mini Hulks. This is the first with his wife of 1 year that he married after divorcing the mother of his other 3 children. And boy, is his new wife attractive. And actually, it turns out that she knows Hulk's ex-wife pretty well, because that's her aunt. Yep, Hulk married the niece of his ex-wife and is just busting loads in her.
Whoa. So his kids are related to his kids.
I mean,
like in a weird
sort
way.
of. Yeah. Not like, yeah.
Cousins.
Yeah.
They're like second cousins, but also brothers and sisters.
Look at the smile on Hulk. He's having the time of his life.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at it.
Everything's coming up Hulk right now.
What do you? I don't care how I'm related to you. That's what he's saying.
It's tough luck for her. Fine luck for Hulk. He doesn't care. The new wife might want to watch out, though. She's got about a 5-year shelf life before Hulk starts looking younger. The Hulk,
her niece, yeah, she's got to watch out.
She better not have any cute nieces. The Hulk cannot be satisfied for long. He's insatiable. That's the risk you take, though, when you choose to get involved with a guy named Hulk.
Yeah, something's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, international Brazilian soccer star Hulk did it again.
He's not a sweetie.
No.
You think Hulk flexes in the mirror while he's having sex?
Yeah, I would say so. And probably screams like war chants. Sings the Brazil national anthem. I think he does whatever he wants. He likes to satisfy himself. And lastly, let's head on to, this is a sad one. We're doing a sad one. Things aren't great for women in Afghanistan, as we've covered several times on this show. Here's a few pictures of the Taliban guys having the time of their life, by the way. Look at this.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Look at the Taliban just out on the duck boats enjoying a day on the lake with their rocket launchers.
Beautiful lake.
Those are paddle boats.
Yeah.
Yes. for sure. Paddle boats.
Leisure.
That Fox anchor called it, it's hot boy summer in Afghanistan, and the Taliban is having the time of their lives.
They really are, the men. Well, apparently life is not so great in
you can't be a woman Taliban member for sure, right?
Yeah, you're I don't know what they call them. There's something derogatory.
Yes.
Shithead. I don't know what they...
I'm sure you can't be an official member.
No.
No
Chance.
No.
You kidding?
No chance.
No chance. I think the dogs are above the women there. Well, apparently life is not so great in Lira City, Uganda, for some women as well. Like 43-year-old Christine Akello. I do have a picture of her. I'm sorry.
It's right above the Taliban guys.
Do you see it? Okay, yeah.
Here's
Christine. Pretty lady when she has her head attached, but that was not the case for long, as her 53-year-old drunk abusive husband, Dennis Alal, after several months of threatening to kill his separated wife, separated her via text message, separated her head from her shoulders when he followed her on a motorbike and then hacked her head off with a machete in broad daylight a few Mondays ago.
Whoa.
Jesus.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Did they get the guy?
Well, he is going to be tried for murder, but thank God it was a woman he murdered, as the maximum sentence will be severely reduced. Don't worry, though.
In Uganda, it's less of a crime.
Don't worry, though. Justice will be served to Christine's family, as the town came together and voted that Alal's family will have to pay her family 8 cows. So at least they get the cows. And I was just kidding about the sentencing thing. Uganda does respect women, unlike Afghanistan. And that's why there will be no trial at all, as the town just posseed up and murdered Dennis Alal in the streets like the next day.
Yes!
Yeah.
Wow. Cows and street
left
justice.
turn. Yeah, so they got the cows, and they all, I think they got to get involved.
Uganda. Hold up 1 second.
They know how to save money over there.
Yeah. No, they got him. They got him. They got the son of a bitch.
That's good.
They fucking got the son of a bitch. I think Will's going to get a Uganda artifact.
Yeah. It's got
You got the Ugandan flag? Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Uganda flag over here.
Yeah, Uganda definitely has equal rights for men and women. Take notes, the Taliban.
That's a cool flag.
That is a cool flag. So street justice was served, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor this Monday. Hopefully you're easing into your week, and it's going to be a great week, maybe the best week of your life. How about that? Thank you, as always, for spending an hour of your day with us. If you want to spend more time with us, as Will mentioned at the top of the show, patreon.com/hardfactor has hours and oodles of noodles of additional content. You can get it for as little as $5 a month. We got new merch, so check that out at the store, hardfactor.com/store. And leave us a voicemail, 512-270-1480, and reviews. Leave us 5-star reviews. We're going to get to those. I know we missed a few this past week, but we'll have all of them this Friday. I'm trying to delay because Will got up again. I was going to wrap it up. Here we go. Will, you got anything left to say?
Well, you just go put your flag away?
You put the flag away?
No. I was checking. I don't think this is the right flag. I have a Uganda flag somewhere. But
Yeah, I don't think that's a Ugandan flag
it's
either.
the same colors. It's the Germany colors. It's red, black, and yellow. But I think this is a Uganda flag of something.
We can just
else.
chop that right out of the show. Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
You've been to Uganda.
Way to go, Uganda. Yeah, I've been there a bunch of times.
Uganda flag has more stripes.
It's more stripes. Double the
And
stripes.
it's got like a rooster in the middle, I think.
Right.
Or like a
bird.
roadrunner. Yeah.
Exactly. When I saw there was no bird on this one, I was like, fuck, it's the wrong flag.
That's okay. That's also a cool flag. And way to go, Uganda. And way to go, everyone. Have a great fucking day.